5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Two Baddies, One Brain Cell. I'm your co-host, Annette.
And I'm your co-host, Josine. And this podcast will be your...
So this is Two Baddies, One Brain Cell. Me and Josine are your two Gen Z baddies, here to talk about pop culture and how it intersects with sustainability. The goal is that we would bring in one expert, aka the brain cell, to help educate us as well as our audience on whatever topic we're discussing. So we're going to be talking all things beauty, fashion, media, yeah. And how that goes along with sustainability. Hashtag sustainability slay. And if you guys are wondering why we don't have a brain cell present with us today, it is because this is our first episode. This is our intro episode. We just want you guys to kind of get to know me and Josine, as we will be your hosts throughout this podcast. And we're just going to talk a little bit more broadly. Trends and sustainability and how we can be a conscious consumer.
Our first topic today is just basically talking about TikTok trends and how we've bought into them and how some of those choices we might regret.
TikTok made me buy it and now I regret it. So we're talking about our consumption, of how that's maybe been heightened because of TikTok and just media. Josine, I have a question for you.
Yeah, hit it. Hit me with it.
She said hit it. What what are some trending items or just common trends that you've bought into since the birth of our Lord and Savior TikTok?
The main thing that I have spent a lot of money on is just gaming in general. I've spent a lot of money.
Girl. She's not like other girls.
Yeah. No, I'm so different. I basically bought a PC the same time that I opened my first credit card. I'm still in the 3K debt, ladies. Ugh. And it actually hasn't gotten any better. I have 2 switches now. Don't ask me why. Now I have 3 keyboards, 2 screens, 2 switches, and just a lot of random gadgets around my house. That's the main thing that I bought from TikTok. I was
influenced. You know what's funny? I have some internal misogyny still going on with me. So I feel like a small part of me is always still wanting to be not like other girls, because I'll explain, guys. I was literally standing in a coffee shop the other day and I was like, oh my God, I was feeling myself, I really liked the outfit. The makeup was giving yesterday and I was just really feeling good about myself. As we were kind of creating the outline for this episode, I was like, you know what? I feel like I don't buy into that many trends. I don't think I'm a trend girly. I think I'm pretty conscious about my consumption. And then as I was standing there in this coffee shop, there was me with my Sony WHX1000. I don't know if that's the correct name, but with my Sony headphones that was trending on TikTok, with my Baggu medium crescent bag that is also trending on TikTok, in my Birkenstock Bostons that is also trending on TikTok, Tower 28 blush, and my lashes gifted by Grande Lash. So all to say, I am a trend whore. As much as I want to deny it, I cannot. I am a trend whore. Also with my gel nails that I did myself because TikTok.
And that's another thing I bought myself into. I took my own Gel X nails off at home because they were annoying me.
We should collect all the things we've bought because of TikTok. Just compile them and then take a photo and then we can share it somewhere.
I'm kind of scared to do that.
So all to say, we're not perfect human beings. We're not claiming to be. We are just as influenced and easily convinced as everyone else is. Let's talk about why this came to be. Let's talk about our purchasing habits. Josine, I'll let you kick this off.
For me, it all started probably in quarantine. That's when I spent a lot of money.
Because that's when TikTok popped off. It was quarantine.
Exactly. I was stuck at home and I just felt like I needed to treat myself. Have little things to look forward to. So I'd order a lot of stuff online, or I'd ask my friends oh, what are you guys doing? What are you into? And a lot of them were already into online gaming before I came into that circle. So I had a little gateway, I would say, into the gamer world. And I've just been hooked ever since. A lot of my purchases come because I need to, modify my PC, and it works double whammy because I can use whatever I buy for my own personal use at work. So that's how I make myself feel better whenever I buy stuff. But I guess it really was just that feeling of boredom, feeling of wanting to still connect with other people. But I guess the accessibility of having things delivered to you, I was like, oh, sign me up. Sign me up. I had one minor inconvenience today. I think I deserve a boba. That's my thought process.
Well, also going back to the topic of sustaining your relationships during quarantine, at least with my friendships, how many of your conversations go, I saw this thing on TikTok. Did you see this thing on TikTok? Oh my god.
Have you
Did you
tried
guys
this?
buy that thing from TikTok yet? That's how most of our topics get brought up, is TikTok stuff. It's like, did you see this trend? Did you see this product? If you buy whatever is trending on TikTok, then you can talk about it with your friends and build community that way. Which now that I think about it, it's kind of sad. We're building community off of buying things.
Yeah, but it's also, I guess, because at least for our generation, I feel like we all started working around the same time too. So it's like being introduced to
become real adults. We have adult money now. It's not Monopoly money.
Yeah, no, we were introduced to actual adult money, and realizing that, you know what, I can buy this thing for myself. I'm going to heal my inner child today. I think that's how I lead most of my purchases. I just wasn't able to have these things growing up too. So it's I'm stuck at home, I'm bored, I might as well just play my silly little game.
If you don't grow up in a home where being conscious with your money or that type of stuff, if that's not being taught as you grow up, you just don't really know how to handle adult money. I feel like I see that a lot with my friends. It's they just kind of go crazy. They don't even think for a second. It's the instant gratification.
I think we moved from having YouTube recommendations to TikTok. So we always just had that mindset of just buying something because someone told you to get it. Or someone sold you on something. So you're I gotta try it right now. Because now that I think about it, I don't know how I was able to buy Maybelline in middle school, but I only bought them because I just wanted to seem cool with my friends. You got baby lips? I have baby lips too.
Do you have all the EOS lip balm flavors? Oh, you don't? I do.
I don't think you do.
I got the peach flavor. Do you remember the peach flavor? It tasted like peach ring.
Yeah. I personally love strawberry, but...
Strawberry, and then there's vanilla and sweet mint.
Vanilla.
Even with TikTok being shorter form content, the shorter the content, the more recommendations we're getting, the more products we're seeing on a daily basis. It's just constant things, babe. Have you ever bought something off an Instagram ad? I see people saying all the time, they're oh, I bought this off an Instagram ad. I never trust, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't trust Instagram ads.
I click into them. I do have something I can show. You see little Moomin here. Gonna do a little influencer hand. So there's this store online where you can just buy little trinkets, and then you open them right and you surprise yourself with what you get. You've seen me open them in front of you. So I got influenced. I bought one for myself, and then I bought 4 more for my friends, and we all opened them together. And I was influenced just by scrolling through Instagram. I think they understand what my interests are, so they were just throwing it all in my face. And I've also been advertised keyboards. Did I ever make the purchase? No, but I was on their site, so... They almost got to me. It works for me.
I mainly get influenced to buy things on TikTok because you're getting the short form, in time reaction. For example, if it's clothes, you can see how the clothes move on the person because it's video. And I don't have to sit through a 20-minute YouTube haul. A new lip product, I don't have to sit through a 10-minute YouTube video to see all the lip swatches. I can just see it in 2 minutes on TikTok. How did we develop these purchasing habits? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Because of the social media platforms, you're also making recommendations to your friends, and the word spreads that way. And just overall, we are all walking advertisements. What have your friends influenced you to buy? You influenced me to dye my hair. that you did. You guys don't know, but Josine used to have red hair. Her hair's black now. She dyed it back, but I did dye my hair red. That's another thing, red hair. That's the trending thing on TikTok. So I guess
That
we
is a
both
trending
got
thing.
influenced on TikTok. But I went to
Yeah.
Josine for the recommendations of how to dye my hair.
That's another thing. When you see your friends wear it, you're like, oh,
Especially,
you look good.
y'all look real good. You should get that. That
Hey,
happened to
sport.
us. After work one day, the area where me and Josine go into office, there's a lot of like shopping in the area. There's a Sephora, there's a Zara, there's a Urban Outfitters. I think we had to go to Sephora to return something, and then we ended up leaving
Buying?
with 5 other things.
Ew.
Ew.
You were wearing your bagoo when you went to work one day, and I literally was like,
And
Oh.
you bought the bagoo that day.
exactly.
You
I bought
at
it that
Urban
day.
that day.
It's just I want to be cool just like you know.
I'm trying to think, what did you influence me to buy anything? You influenced me to buy more hair clips because you have so many cute like claw clips and hair clips.
That is
I've-
so true.
I've gotten like 10 ever since
And-
I started hanging out with you.
It's also because I live vicariously through you. I cut all of my hair. You have the long hair, so I'm like, this is cute on you. You should get it.
You should get it. Slowly morphing me into you. So basically, guys, all to say is that me and Josine, our friendship is based on buying things. That's it.
No, don't you say that's
No.
so vapid.
So then we're buying all this shit. We're getting influenced on TikTok. We're getting influenced on Instagram. We're influencing each other, right? We're throwing that money that we don't have. We want to kind of go down this journey on conscious consumption. How can we be better with our spending habits? How can we not want to buy so many things?
How can we stop?
How can we stop? We should just become one of those like bunker people. They only buy survival things because those are necessary, you know? One day we have to survive. And
You're
they don't
telling me this is not necessary?
You're telling me my Bagoo medium crescent bag isn't a necessity in my life?
This brings me so much joy. I just look at it and I'm like,
That's for sure gonna save you when the world ends.
yeah. So will Karomi and this thing talk, Valentina?
How are you becoming a conscious consumer? How are you trying to be better with your spending habits?
How are you being better than everyone?
How are you being better? Josine, how are you being better?
It'll start. Oh my god! I can't talk. As I've said before, I am currently healing my inner child. AKA, if I want it, I got it. Thank you, Ariyanki.
Did you say Ariyanki?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariyanki. However, to the expense of the world and other things around me, I started realizing, like, wait a damn minute. Let's slow your roll, because you're going kind of crazy. 1, I don't have space in my tiny studio apartment. 2, I am broke.
I am in debt.
Literally, I am actually. Because of this little PC setup I have going on. Thinking about everything else around me and how much space I'm like taking up. Also, how little money I have just from these impulse decisions that I get and I see at like 1 in the morning. Taking that into account, I think has kind of slowed my roll a little bit.
For me, my parents were like pretty cheap growing up. If I was buying things, it was only for necessity. So I'm grateful that I've kind of taken on that point of view. But like I've already mentioned before, I still buy shit. I still am easily influenced, but I think a little bit more about my purchases. I'm the type of person that I'll open 10 million tabs and then I have them open for like 2 weeks. I think about it every single day for those 2 weeks and I'm like, do I really want this? Do I really need this? But then I have those like spurts every couple months where I'm just like, I'm gonna buy everything. And I do.
Oh yeah.
But I still use it, you know? I think that's the thing. If you are buying a bunch of stuff, as long as if you use it, as long as it's not being tossed aside or thrown into storage, I think that's a big part of like the first step you can make into being better about your purchases.
That's one of the things I learned from you. Thinking.
That's one of the things I learned from you. Is just what's that one Kylie Jenner quote? She's like, my goal for this year is just, what does she say?
Where you should realize and experience things.
Yeah, she's like, my 20, was it like 2019? My 2020 goals, I just want to realize things.
Really want to experience things? Well, you have to experience them.
Yeah. So basically, to kind of play off of that, our goal this year, guys, is to think.
It's to think and just slow our roll, because we get a little cuckoo crazy sometimes.
How do you research before you buy now? Now that I've influenced you to think.
You made me start going to TikTok comments. I read those. I also go on Reddit a lot. I'm in those little, I don't know what you call them, channels or communities. So I've either seen someone with oily skin try out a new serum that they like, or I've seen someone style like the bagoo that I bought. I look to Reddit and to TikTok for real life experiences, real life wear.
No, the TikTok comment section is a big thing for me. I actually just experienced that this past weekend. This girl came up on my For You page and she was talking about this like hair care line, because my hair has been, ever since I dyed it, it's been pretty dry and drab. So I've been trying to find some new products to use. And she was promoting this, or she wasn't promoting, but she was like, this product line changed my life, changed my hair. And I was like, okay, let me see the comments. Let's see if people agree with you. And most of
Did they?
I think people did. So I'm considering making that purchase. But it's because I did the research and because I need it, right? I think
Yeah, for your dry hair.
two main things to think about when you're about to make a purchase is, number one, is the hype worth it? You're not just basing your opinion off of one person's video. You're making sure you're reading the comments, you're reading the Reddit threads, like Josine said. You're asking people around you for recommendations. And number two, do you need it? Like, do you really need it in your life? If it's gonna bring you actual improvement to your day-to-day.
Exactly. And to go off that, number 3, will you use it multiple times?
At least for me with clothes, before I buy a piece of clothing, I always like to think about the cost per wear, you know? It's a big thing.
CBW.
The CBW. Yeah.
CBW.
Can I get multiple, if I'm making the purchase, right? If I'm buying $100 pair of jeans, but I'm thinking I don't have a pair of jeans like this in my closet. I don't have a wash like this. I don't have a cut like this. And another thing for me is, can I think of 5 other clothing items I will be able to make an outfit out of? That's the thing for me. That's something I like to think about.
Yeah, you've made me kind of think that way. Because I went to a vintage shop yesterday. Only bought 2 things. Usually I would buy more than that.
Okay,
But I
self-control.
stopped. Yeah. I was going to say, I stopped and thunk. That's not... it's not real grammar.
Stop and thunk. I like that.
I did that whole thing that you did where you were like, am I going to be able to wear this with other things? Am I going to be able to slay more than once? And yeah, the answer is yes. I'm going to slay.
That's amazing. Am I going to be able to slay more than once? Everybody, I think that's the question you need to be asking yourselves before you buy anything now these days. Am I going to be able to slay
More than once.
more than once? Sorry, I forgot it for a second. As we're recording this podcast, the number one trending thing I keep seeing are the new Rare Beauty lip oils. There's a new lip product trending every other month. People love lip products. People love their lippy. And with the lip oils, I see a lot of videos of people buying every single color. But my thing is like, how do you know? Are you going to use every single color? You buy every single color. And then you're like, I only like 2 of these, so I'm going to return the other 4 or 5. Sephora can't resell those.
Put them back out there. Yeah.
So then they're going to throw them away. And then that's a waste of perfectly good lip product. It goes straight to the landfills, which shocks. I've seen people opening like the PR boxes. Like, I know there's a good amount of influencers who receive like all shades, which is, I'm sure most of those people are going to keep the ones they like and then they're going to gift like the others to their friends or whatnot. But I even see people who weren't gifted it and they just go to Sephora and they buy every single color. And I'm just like, do you need every single color? Gotta be more picky about that stuff, guys. Don't just do it for the content. Do it because you'll use it and you'll like it. I think that's another thing with TikTok trends and the overconsumption of things. People are just buying shit for content nowadays. It's like,
just buy
if you're
it.
basing your whole personality on things, what's the point?
What else can you do?
What else can you do? Do something else. Find a hobby.
Yeah, going back to YouTube, as a kid, there were girlies just swatch. And I said, yum, 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 because I was eating that up.
This whole idea of buying product for content isn't new, right? Like people have been doing that since the early days of YouTube. I even think about the very first beauty gurus or whatnot that I followed. The way they got their following was doing these haul videos or making these purchases themselves. Goes back to TikTok and short form content and how easily accessible it is to access the platform and grow a following. People are just buying more things. They want to be on trend and they want to be content creators, and in order to make the content you have to buy into the trends. It's a cycle. And as a content creator you create the trends, other creators buy into the trends, and then it just keeps going.
And it just goes over and over again.
We're thinking, Josine. What are some like other shifts you're making?
Less on buying things that I think will make me feel better, and buying more into like experiences. Wow, I really do sound like Kylie. I really do. As soon as it left my mouth, I said, "Now wait a damn minute." I would rather go to a concert or go watch a movie by myself. What I also do are like my little massages for myself.
I think that also comes with age, you know? You start to realize that the little trinkets and things don't bring you as much gratification. And after a while, you're just like, yeah, I want to buy experiences. I want to go to concerts. I want to travel. Stuff like that. But then there's that thing of you're buying into the concerts and you're buying into the travel for the experiences, but then you're buying new things for your travel.
While I'm traveling?
And for your concerts. You're buying a new outfit. You're buying new makeup. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And then you buy things, and you buy more things at your concerts and your travels. Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
Who was that? Wendy Williams? No, who's that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it is Wendy Williams, where everyone's like, boo, boo. And she's like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? It's that one.
Yeah. I'm just gonna preface that I am not judging these people that do these things, because I'm gonna tell y'all, I do the exact same thing. I just came back from a trip. I bought so much shit. But I like the shit, and I'm gonna use the shit. Also, just for Gen Z as a whole, we're kind of just, seeing with the whole de-influencing trend that was really big at the beginning of this year. We're tired. We're done. World is going to shit. It's going to shit, babes. It is going downhill. We're done with it. We want to be over. But I think just looking at like the social and political climate and thinking more about how we can be more socially responsible in our world to keep it going afloat, so we don't have to become bunker people. We just want to be more socially responsible with what our purchases are, and you see that through more people speaking out about sustainability, speaking out against brands like Shein, and just we all want to do better, but it's all baby steps. Well, I'm just a girl. I'm just one person. I'm not gonna be able to change the world, but by making these small changes, I can do my part.
Ooh, that English accent is.
Isn't my English accent like really good right now? It's because I just
so good,
finished
but then
up.
it starts crumbling.
So I just finished season 9 of Love Island, and the British accent's been really sticking. So if I keep going back in and out, and I'm talking in like 10 different regions of the UK, that is why.
We just have to accept it.
Just have to accept it. That's what you guys are signing up for by listening to this podcast. How are you being a better person, Josine?
I wish my therapist was in this call.
Maybe for our next episode for the brain cell, we invite your therapist.
Yeah. Let's see. How am I becoming a better purchaser? Everything that we've covered, I've kind of been trying to do more in life. The main thing is understanding what you have and what you potentially want. Again, that might sound a little too serious, but I think just having an understanding of all of the things that you have in your house, skincare wise, food wise, clothes wise, everything wise. If you just take into account everything that you own, how often you're using certain things, and really figuring out whether or not you need something after doing your research.
I'll be analyzing every single comment, and I'm going to be going into every single profile, and I'm going to go to their Instagram and make sure they're using those products every single day. And then I'll make my purchase.
I'm gonna go into their Amazon storefront and I'm gonna see if they left any reviews. And then if they don't leave any reviews,
I'm
I
gonna
might
check
not
their
buy
digital
it.
footprint of every single purchase they've made in their life.
They need to share their order history with me right now so I can buy every single thing that they're buying.
And then I'm gonna find their location and I'm gonna go to their house and then I'm gonna make them take a survey on every single thing they've bought.
Okay, Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson of customer experience over there. What's up?
But to be serious, I guess kind of like a checklist we can give our audience for today. How you can be a better purchaser, Dee Dee. Number one, you're gonna do your research, okay? What do you need? Why do you need it? Then you're gonna check if you already have it. For example, you wanna buy the new Rare Beauty lip oil. Do you already have a lip product that is in that shade? Do you already own a lip oil? Number three, will you get multiple uses out of it? Do you see yourself using it on a daily basis? Do you see yourself are you gonna use it up till it's empty, you know?
Are you gonna use it more than once, basically? That's what I'm.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
the words of
Your Honor?
what did you say? Are we
Is it giving Ariana? Is it giving
Ariana?
Ariana?
Yeah. Point four, do you have the space for it? If you're like Josine, you live in a tiny apartment, do you have space for it in that apartment? How does it make you feel? Are you putting on this lip product and you look at yourself and you're like, I am sexy? If it's making you feel sexy, then it's bringing something into your life and you deserve that.
Is it
because you
sparking
deserve to
joy?
feel sexy. You gotta Marie Kondo that bitch. Marie Kondo applies in all areas of our life. Finish this off with another trending topic is the TikTok ban. My question is, do you think if TikTok is actually, and we're not saying, hold on, we're not saying that we
it.
want TikTok to be banned. We're not saying that.
I don't know.
Me
I don't
and
know.
Josine are chronically online people. What we're saying is,
What if?
TikTok was to get banned, do you think that that would influence our purchasing habits? What would that mean for the world of marketing and social media marketing?
Instagram is already setting it up. They have the shops you could buy off Instagram. They
But
have
I feel like
reels.
people, more specifically Gen Z and like younger Gen Z, aren't even using Instagram that much anymore. People aren't really getting their product recommendations from Instagram anymore. So I want to hear from people who were in their early 20s, so people who are entering that like adult money era. Their adult money era. They're getting their first job in a time where there was no TikTok. Because me and Josine, we graduated in the midst of COVID. We were March 2020 babies. We were seniors in college. So when we came out of college, we were getting our it was big girl job, quarantine, and TikTok all at once. And we became big purchasers. So I want to hear from people what was it like being in your 20s when you didn't have all that going on? Do you think you were making as many purchases then as you are now?
TikTok is probably safe. But I feel like even if that were to happen, if the ban were to happen, life moves so fast, technology is constantly changing. I feel like it could easily become another social media platform. Someone or some trends will alter that social media platform and make it pop in.
You cannot look me in the eye and say that you have not been influenced to buy something in the past 3 years. And you can say, well, I'm not on TikTok, so I don't really care about that shit. Yeah, but you're getting those TikTok recommendations from your friends and your family. We're all doing these things. So I'm not saying that you're in the wrong. I'm not saying that I'm in the right. I'm saying we're all flawed. We're not perfect.
Who says you're not perfect?
Who says you're not worth it? Who says
Who says you're the only one who's buying things?
All to say, guys, we're not immortal. We're all gonna die one day. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't care about our world and we shouldn't care about these little decisions we're making. We are all one person, and it's just the small collective things that we do that will make a difference. And the fact that we're having this conversation and people are talking about it, that is what matters.
And it's the step in the right direction. Do what makes you happy, but stop and thunk a little bit. Yeah, do a little thunking.
2023 is the year to thunk. I agree, guys. We're trademarking that. TM. 2 baddies, 1 brain cell. We did not have a brain cell today. As we said, the brain cell is the aura and the air today.
It's the vibes.
It's the vibes. The aura is the vibes. But we will be having a brain cell in the following episodes. Guys, I'm not lying when I said we're going to talk about oat milk, because we're going to talk about oat milk. I love talking about oat milk. Chobani Stan, thank you guys for listening. If you guys have any ideas for topics or suggestions you want us to discuss, make sure to follow us at Anti-Consumer Club on Instagram. You can interact with us there, give us your ideas, and we're just excited to get this started, get to know the rest of you, and have you guys get to know the rest of us, and let's just get this thing going.
Please feel free to share any and all ideas because I'ma eat that up.
We will catch you in the next episode.